Everyone, welcome to my first live YouTube feed. I know I did one the other day, but it was different. I was using an app and putting the live out to that one. This one is a proper using the YouTube app, so I hope you can all hear me. Now guys, can you let me know if you can hear me? Is the footage coming through clear? I'm not sure if the, so just bear with me, it's the first time I've used this. So hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. Great, thanks. JW Photo Adventures, thanks for that. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to show you around my camp, predominantly using the Drifta Stockton gear that I've been reviewing of late. Now can you just check, I'm using my lapel mic and with the windsock on it, as you can see there. I've got about a 25 knot wind blowing right at me right now. Am I coming through clear? Can you hear any wind noise? Just want to make sure that's all clear the first time I'm using this. So just to make sure that this mic is going through my iPhone. So I'm using an iPhone 12, can't hear wind, perfect, excellent. And I've got about a 25 knot wind blowing at me right now, well maybe 20 knots, although on the coast here it's always a bit stronger. Because I'm right on the beach camping at Kinkuna, which is part of the Bundaberg Coast National Park. Now I'm not in the National Park section, I'm actually outside the National Park section here. So if you look right behind me, I don't know how that's coming up, but there's the ocean right there. How cool is that? So excellent. We've got 8 watching. That's real good. I mean, I'm happy that at least I've got 8 watching. I know it's a working day as well, and I only gave about 45 minutes notice. So we're going to see if we can stay on for about half an hour. So if you have a look here, I've got my travel buddy going. All good, excellent. So I've got my travel buddy going and it's full of sausage rolls and chicken nuggets. So there's 4 of us here today. The others are just having a rest up in the rooftop tent, the Ikamper. They all had a swim down on the beach not long ago. So I thought I'll show you my camp setup. So let's just wander out here and I will flick the camera around so you don't have to look at me anymore. And how do we do that? There we go. So that's my camp setup. So you can see the Drifta Stockton hexa tarp. Now that tarp, that's the medium. So I'm trying out the medium on this trip. You can also see, when we move in a bit closer here, I'm trying to go as smooth as I can here. I don't know if the smooth motion actually works when you're live video. So I've got the Drifta Stockton firepit. I got the firepit surround. Now I'm also using the Auspit. You can see I've got the Auspit setting up. Now that's your little battery operated portable rotary, so you can spins around your roast, so you can cook on that. And I'll be using the Cgear charcoal, which is inside this Drifta bag, especially designed just for charcoal. So what I'll do is I'll remove the top later. I picked up one of these, I think they're called Hillbilly. These are Australian, they're Australian manufactured. That handle folds right over, and that's about a 30 centimetre fry pan, and that's the only fry pan I brought along, because on this trip I'm just cooking on charcoal. I'm cooking everything on charcoal apart from the travel buddy. So I've got charcoal on the travel buddy and I've got the jet boil for boiling the water very quickly. And that's all I'm taking with me, so I'm just cooking everything. So this is great. This is like a huge communal area. I didn't take any extra tables with me apart from the Drifta Stockton bamboo table you see sitting here. And I've also got the Drifta the drifter table, that table I can pull right out, and it's got legs underneath that folds up, but I always use that in the vehicle. That predominantly stays in the vehicle 90% of the time. So, and that's the backy mess up, the mess in the back of the vehicle. I've also got the Drifta Stockton 4-drive side awning set up here with the 2 walls. So now there's a stiff breeze blowing through here, and that's been working really great. We've been sitting in under here, and you can see how well that covers. And I've also got the Drifta curved LED light bar. So there's a light bar in there, and I used that for the first time last night to light up this area. And those LED lights are really bright. And they come in, they've got 2 colours. You've got your orange colour that distracts all the insect, and we had to use that last night and it worked quite well. And I'll get you to have a look. Oh, that's the ocean there, guys. So it's a beautiful beach along here. And I'll show you how I got this set up. So you can see. Now there's quite a stiff breeze blowing here. You probably can't tell because of my lapel mic. But it'll be at least 20 knots blowing through here at the moment. And that our hexa tarp is hardly moving. So there has been some comments of late that people are not happy with these type of tarps because they can't handle the wind. Well, this is the medium. I've also got the large, and if you go back about a month or so, you'll see a video that I actually set up the large on this very beach further down south, where it was blown at least 25 knots, and just using 6 sand pegs, we were able to set that up, no problems at all, and it handled the breeze. But the tip I could tell you, I found that I had to use a pole. When the breeze picks up that much, I had to use a pole under all these points here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that made it really rigid. But this one here, probably because of its smaller size, as you can see, I found that I really hadn't have to use a pole. It does move around a bit, but that's not much considering there's a 25 knot wind blowing here. Now I do have poles set up, 2 poles, couple of poles set up just here, another one on the other side, and I actually did put an extra one just over there not long ago, just because I'm about to set up a roast on here soon, and I actually put another pole just up there. Excuse me, undies hanging off there. Forgot to put them away. That's all right, not something you haven't seen before. So I did that so I could back the vehicle right up underneath here. And it rained yesterday and I had no water come through. So now we're also using the Drifta Stockton 4-stage pole. These are those poles that I showed you recently. Okay, you can see there. So they compact down to about 79 centimeters and they extend out to 2.4 meters. So I actually bought 2 of those, and they're the ones that I'm using either side of the vehicle. And they're great for that because then you can adjust the height on that setup as well. And last but not least, actually there's even more inside. I got the Drifta Stockton Ensuite. I'm really happy with this Ensuite, guys. I'm really happy. I've used it for the first time. I set it up for the first time yesterday, and it's easy to set up. And I used it for the first time last night. We all had the showers in here, and it's worked out really great. And the beauty with this, it's quite large. I was surprised how large it is. You can see how rigid it is. So I've got 4 pegs out on the bottom, and I'm using 4 pegs of guy lines. And what I like about this, if you check this out, guys, there's a little pocket up in here. Wait a minute, go on this side, see if I can find it. See if I open this up and look in here. I can't get it right now because it's a bit tight. There it is, I've opened it up. See that? It's a pocket there. That's where you store your ropes. So these ropes are stored in there, and I think that's a brilliant idea. So it saves having to tie up and so on. I'd love to see the same features put into these hexa tarps. So we've got one here that's just clipped out. Okay, see if we can get that back in here. Can see how solid these are when they're set up. All right, I might have to use two hands to fix that up later. All right. And these are really quick to set up. They're really easy, but let's open her up and show you inside. Now the room in these, they've got a tremendous amount of room. So as you can see, there's room to have the toilet in here as well. And this is the shower. Now this is a Drifta product, guys. This is made, I think this is at least very heavy duty 12-ounce canvas. So this is the floor. This sits on the floor here, and you stand in this and have your shower, and you can see the amount of sand. That's why I tipped it out before. So I'll give that a quick rinse soon and get that ready for a shower. And we use the Drifta bucket there. You can see there's a Drifta bucket there, and that bucket, it's like a PVC bucket. I love using this. I've had it for a while, and I just got one of these showers. They're lithium rechargeable, and I just boil some water and mix it in there with the cold water. And where I get the water from is, again, it's a Drifta 60 litre water bladder that I've got in the car. Now if you look up the top, some of the features of these Drifta Ensuites. Now I'm going to do a proper review on this after I've used it another camp trip at least. So you got this here, we can put the shower rose in, and it just clips in place here. And you got these two little windows that zip it, so one on there, one on that side. You got this, we can put your clothes in here as you're washing, and of course you got this one here where you put your detergents and so on in here as well, and that's all included. Now it's got a floor here as well. You can see here it's got the floor, and it's got the bit of mesh around it as well. Now that you can unclip. If you have a look here, see those clips? You can actually unclip this, leave this all open, so that'll be all open, and it clips up onto these hooks over here. So you can get that out of the way. The material, I'll have to double check, but it feels very similar to what the Austent's made. Just looking at that, I think it's a poly cotton canvas. So you can see how rigid that is, guys. And that's one thing I've had problems in the past. Let's get back so you can have an overall look at that. It's one thing I had problems with these type of shower Ensuites is they're not very successful here. A lot of the big problem is the breeze. They just can't seem to handle the wind. Now this one handles it no problems at all. You can see this is the part of the mechanism, how this, but I'm going to do another video to show you how all this is set up and how it works and how quick they are to set up and pack away. So you can see that, and so that's another video. So now I'm running solar panel here. Now these are solar blankets. I'll show you a quick look at these solar panels. These are again from Drifta. These are Sapphire high voltage solar panels. So at this very moment, these solar panels are putting in excess of 50 volts into my MPPT solar regulator, which is a Victron. And the Victron solar regulator I'm using can handle 100 volts. And it'll output a maximum of 50 amps. Now obviously these are not going to put out 50 amps. But right now they're probably in this sun, I think what's about probably quarter to 12 or thereabouts. So we're in the prime solar period right here up in Queensland. So they should be putting in around 16, 17 amps, probably even more back into the battery right now. That's the advantage with these high voltage solar panels. Now I have done reviews on this, but they were a while back. Okay, because I've owned this for a while now, and I'm going to do another review and just explain how this is all set up and wired. And this will be part of the series that I'm going to be doing in upgrading my 12 volt system in the vehicle when I put a lithium in there. So I'm at the moment, I'm just looking around for a decent lithium battery, something around minimum 100 amps. I wouldn't mind 150, 120, 150, but minimum 100 amps. Even a 200 would be wise, but then I'm not sure whether I'd need a 200. It would be nice, it'd be great, but the concern I have with the 200, wait a minute, I'll just flick this camera around. Okay, that's better. So the concern I have with the 200 watt is the weight. So I want to try to get as much weight out of my vehicle, especially now that I've got all these real goodies and so on. And that's another video series that's going to come up on my YouTube channel. I'm going to check the weight of this vehicle with all my camping gear out of it, bar the fridge, empty fridge, and the drawers, empty drawers, etc., and the batteries. Now whether I'll wait until I got the lithiums, I don't know how long it'll be before I got the lithiums. I just haven't got the funds at the moment to get the lithium. So when I do, that could be a while before that happens. So I might just do as what it is there now. I got a good ballpark. I know what the battery in there weighs now. I believe it's 36 kilograms. It's a 120 amp AGM, and I've had that battery for about 4 or 5 years now, and it's been working really good. But it would be nice to get that lithium to have that access of 80% of the battery, which will then give me 80 amps to use before I have to charge the battery. That's if I go for a 100 amp hour battery. So you can take them down to 20% of the battery capacity quite safely without losing the life too drastically, the lifestyle of the battery. Whereas with the AGM they say it's 50%, but even 50% is still not ideal, because that does dramatically drop your use. I tend to try to always stick mine to maximum, like, 30% take out of it, 30-40%. And I think because I do that, it's why that battery is still healthy and it's still lasting quite some time. Although of late I have been dropping it down about 40%, 45%, and once I went down as low as 50%. And I think I've only ever, the whole life I own that battery, I've only ever done that twice. So who knows how much life that battery's got in it. I mean, that battery, because I care for it and always keep it charged as much as possible, it might last me another 4 or 5 years. I don't know, but I still want to upgrade to lithium for the weight saving factor, because I think I need to seriously consider the weight, as I always do. So we're going 18 minutes now. That's cool. So I've been going, I plan to do about half an hour video. Now, and I can see there's quite a few of you watching there. Does anyone have any questions? Or do you want me to show you something else? Anything while I'm here live? I can show you a close-up of anything. So just throw any answers away. Hopefully I'm using this right. I don't see any chat here. Let me click on this. Top chat, live chat, all messages are visible. Okay, so we should, I'm not sure, I don't see any chats or anything. So if someone want to comment right now, just to make sure the chat feature is working on my YouTube video, that'd be great. So it's it's working. Good. Do you have a Stockton Director chair? Cheers. No, I don't have the Stockton director chair. The only Stockton chair that I have is the recliner chair. I don't think I showed you that. So let's just go over here and I'll show you the recliner chair. I'll just flick the camera around. Okay, here it is here. So this is the only Drifta Stockton chair I've got. And these are brilliant. That reclines right back. It's got about 4 position. It reclines right back. I briefly did sit on the director's chair out at the Drifta Stockton chair, and I did I generally don't find director chairs comfortable for me, but this one seems to be about the best that I sat on. But then when I sat on this, wow, that is awesome. And the other chairs I've got a couple of Helinox chairs. That there is a chair one. Guys, I would have owned that for probably 15 years when they first came out. That thing is still like brand new. I look after all my gear. And that's a deluxe chair that I would have purchased probably about 5-6 years ago. I like the Helinox chair because they're so light, they're comfortable, and they take up bugger all room in your vehicle. And in fact, I usually keep these in the vehicle all the time because you just don't know they're there. So, but I'm starting to use this one now. Okay, I find that one very comfortable as well, but I love the reclining ability of this here, and it just looks smick, particularly when you pair it up with the Drifta Stockton bamboo table. This thing is light as, it packs flat, and you don't even know it's in the vehicle, so it's another item that I always leave in the vehicle. Same as the solar panels. They fold up to only about 1 inch thick, and they're about 8 kilos all up. That's another item I always leave in the vehicle. So guys, you got any other questions you want me to? I haven't showed you my. Alright, let's just go for a wander. Hi Dan. Hey, how you going, Dan Sooty? Having to go to live feed here. So this is now I'm not in the national park here, and I'm happy to say, now I've got my Drifta, I've got the bags there, the Respect the Bush bag there, trying to do a bit of a clean up, and it's actually pretty clean. It's not too bad. I did see some big items on the way. Someone, as I drove in, someone's left a big tent behind. But there's my rooftop tent. So it's the Ikamper with the fold out section on the front. I love that thing. So the kids are up there having a break, having a rest, because they were just swimming not long ago. So that's that setup there. And we're right near the ocean. You have to in this type of condition, because let's just back up so I can give you an overall view. There we go. You have to in these type of conditions when it's so hot like this is. If you're not right out the front here and gain access of that sea breeze, you melt. I just walk probably 10 meters behind me, and it's so hot. And you can see all this space here, so it's great. There's no one camping anywhere near me within about half a K. I got no one here. The next campsite, there's a couple of caravans, and I tell you what, guys, well done for towing your vans in here, getting in this far. But there's a couple of caravans about half a K down that way, and pretty much the road goes through here. It doesn't go much further, but there is an inland track that goes out, and you keep going, it comes to a creek, and not far from there is Allied Heads. If I go on out to the front here now, you will see Allied Heads. Let me just, there we go. How about there we go. You want to go down, you want me to show you the beach here? How about I show you a quick look at the beach, and we'll finish off on the beach unless anyone else has got any other. So let's go for a wander down on the beach, and I'll show you This will test the mic out. Because as soon as you go down here, I reckon it's almost like twice as strong down onto the beach. Got some big tides here this week too. Now sometimes we get turtles along this beach all the way. Now I don't know if you can see, but right behind me somewhere there, that's Elliot Heads. So we're just south of Elliot Heads. Now where I normally camp, I'll turn around. Now you guys are facing south. I usually go a lot further way down there. One of my favourite camp spots is further down that way. But we thought we'll try up there this time for something different. And it's great. I found a spot here where there's no one near us for half a K. And it's brilliant. And not only that, the kids, they can pick up their Wi-Fi service, so are all working while they're here. So it's, yeah, no, it's great. So you can see it's quite nice. Now turtles, sea turtles do come up here and nest on this beach. It's not that often though, so I don't know. I have in the past camped on the beach and had sea turtles come up in front of my camp, mainly green turtles, come up on my camp and nest on the beach right in front of my camp, which is really exciting for the kids and so on to watch. But if you ever see them, just stay clear of them. I used to volunteer as a turtle researcher for the Queensland government for approximately 17-18 years, doing sea turtle research all along our coast and some of the islands off the Barrier Reef Islands off the coast as well. So guys, we've been on just about half an hour now. I'll better show you the ocean. It's a great beach to go swimming on and fishing. It's pretty much as rough as it gets here because we're protected from Fraser Island. Fraser Island is just off the coast there, approximately the tip of Fraser Island is about 100 k's away. But even though it's 100 k's away, it still makes it very calm along here. So at times you come down here and you think it's a rock or river. So let's go back up at camp now, because I think everyone's lunch is ready now. It's about midday. So now what do you think of this live format? I think it's brilliant myself. It saves me doing lots of hours of editing. How brilliant is that? So now I'll just quickly show you the travel buddy here. I'll just put my thongs back on. Are you guys watching in America? I'm not talking about the thongs you're thinking of. I just thought of that now. You call them flip-flops. You call them flip-flops. So I just put the flip-flops back on. Now I put this on. It's okay. Hopefully the pies are just about done. Now I'm just going to look for my... Oh, I just heard it. Did you hear it ping? So that's the timer, it's gone off. There we are. Just bear with me. You guys probably want to have a look. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. See if I can do this one-handed, guys. See if these pies are, ready. How do they look?
Nuggets don't look ready. I just went and just said, I went and it went up like
I reckon they need a bit more. Just looking at them, they don't look like they're cooked yet. Although the sausage rolls are starting to brown up. Do you see that? But the chicken nuggets, I look a little bit sorry for where they're. Now these are all frozen when I put them in. So a little bit more. Let me turn that on and hit it for another 15 minutes or so. And I reckon that should do. Now, yeah, 10 more minutes I reckon, probably even a bit more. There's a bit of a breeze blowing on here, so I'll put this on here, might insulate it better. So there you go. All right, that's cool. We've got quite a few watching. That's pretty good. Particularly I only gave you about 45 minutes notice, so I'm quite happy about that. Where'd I put me thongs? Flip-flops for you Americans. Okay, here we go. So these girls they're getting thirsty. I'm going to get them some water, but before I go, is there anything else you guys want to check to see while I'm here?
What?
There we go, we're just on 31 minutes. So, how we going? Ah, that's it. Okay, well, thank you very much for those that have joined in on the live feed. I've got 15 on at the moment, so that's pretty good for a first one really, particularly this time of the day. Enjoying yourself. I always smile, enjoying myself when I'm camping to get out and use this gear. I just love this environment, this sea breeze. Can't tell you how nice this sea breeze is right now. It's beautiful. So fishing is usually quite good here, but I didn't bring any of the fishing rods this time. Usually down here you need live bait, so you can catch yabbies with your yabby pumps on the there's a creek. If you go further up that way, it's a creek called Kinkuna Creek at low tide. You can catch yabbies there. Or there's another creek further down south in low tide, but sometimes even a high tide, you can catch yabbies there. But guys, so if you come here with I just don't seem to do well on this beach and fishing if I'm not using live bait. Now you can pick up good sized whiting here. It's a good magic spot for a lot of whiting. Dart, which is similar like a trevally. Sharks, early morning, late afternoon, sometimes you'll get reef sharks coming in through along the beach here, and they put up a nice big fight. Tailor in the past, I've actually picked up tailor here, but they just don't seem to be around anymore. But mostly probably whiting and flathead and dart are probably the three main fishes that I target along this beach, and usually do quite well. Of those, whiting's my favourite. Guys, when you catch fresh whiting just off the beach, while they're kicking, clean them, bring them up, whack them on the fry pan. Jeez, there's nothing better, isn't there, Ryan? You just cannot beat fresh fish just after it's cooked. It's just yummy. So yeah, it would have been great to bring the fishing rod, but this car shield's chock-a block full. I couldn't fit any more. I usually don't. There's 4 people here, there's 4 of us here, and I've only just got this vehicle, so I've never, I couldn't fit any more in the car. She's chock-a-block full. And going to be fun packing up tomorrow, trying to get everything back in there again, but we'll get there, we'll do it. So guys, I might call our quits now because this food was probably nearly ready. The kids here are thirsty and I'm thirsty as well. We're going for 34 minutes. It doesn't feel like 34 minutes. It feels like it's only been here for 10 minutes. So, cheers. Look after yourself, guys. And how you going from Grant and Sue to Lismore? Hey, how you going? Lismore, is that in New South Wales? I think I've been through there. You got a very nice town through there. Hello, Shane. How you going? I am enjoying myself here, as you can tell, having a ball here. I'm enjoying this live feed. Yeah. Hey, Cgear, is it? Yeah, just over the ditch, over the water. He'll be over at Fraser Island somewhere there. I wish I was there now, mate. I'd love to be on Fraser Island. I'm going to do another trip over there soon. So should be able to do some live feeds from over there as well. You're a lucky bugger. Dude, I don't know, can I say where you live? He'll probably give you a hint where he lives, on an island off the coast. I'm pretty sure you live over there, don't you? Not sure. One of the lucky residents over there. I used to have some good mates over on the island that worked at the Kingfisher Bay Resort. Sweet, Happy Valley. I tell you what, I'd love to catch up with you. Next time I go on the island, I'll let you know. I'd love to catch up with you and have a drink with you. How's that? Does that sound good? Love to do that one day. That'll be awesome. Happy Valley is beautiful. A good spot there to go grab a drink too. They've got this really nice timber pub there. And yeah, like a plan, yeah. Sounds great. Sounds like a plan, that sounds better. Yeah, we'll definitely have to do that, eh? The last time I went over the Fraser Island, I stayed there for 10 days. And even that, I reckon, was too short. I would have loved to. Pub made from Saturday. Yes, that's true. It's made by the Saturday trees there, when they used to log there. Those awesome, those trees there. But that pub is just beautiful. Every time I go there, I always stop by at that pub. And I usually stop by there for a meal as well. So they got good meals there. And the last time we went there, we had a good meal there. So I went with 3 people there last time. And we were there for 10 days. And even in 10 days, you only see a fraction of the island too, as well. So, oh well, that's going for 37 minutes now. These food will be ready. I'm thirsty, kids are thirsty. So thanks for joining in on the live feed, guys. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of football, it was fun. And you can see my videos, I don't usually, yeah, I do plan something, even when I'm recording and editing. Usually most of the editing is when I'm just editing out bloopers and accidentally say things or something. So I mean, this is live. This is how I film, even when I'm doing my videos that are not live. I kind of just jump in front of the camera and I just talk. I mean, the only plan I had for today is just to show my camp setup, show some of the Drifta Stockton line of gear, and a bit of a preview on some of the gear that I've got that I'm going to be reviewing in the future, like the Ensuite, the medium. I've already done a video on this one here, the medium hexa tarp. I'm going to do a video comparing the medium with the large. I wouldn't mind coming back down on the beach and set up both on the beach as well. I've got the shower floor as well. I've got some 12-ounce bags too as well, some new 12-ounce bags. Although guys, if you're watching at Drifta Stockton, I think the other day when I was over there picking up some of those bags, I didn't get them all. We left some of them there. I'm missing some of the bags. I've only got two bags here, and I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be more than that. I remember there was a hose reel bag. I don't have it, it's not in the vehicle, so we must have accidentally left that behind. But that doesn't matter. If you still want me to check that bag out, I can pick it up next time I'm passing through there. So guys, I'm going to go now. Going to have lunch. I'm hungry myself too. Get a cold drink, sit down in my Drifta Stockton recliner chair and lay back and have a rest, and probably go down and check out the beach later when it cools down a bit. So until next time, eh? Cheers. Thanks for watching. And look after yourself, eh? Enjoy. Go. Now, how do I turn this off? Isn't that little X here? See ya. See ya. Are you sure you want to end the stream? This looks promising. Bye.